Ron, is that a dinosaur behind you? What is that?
This right up here?
Yeah.
That is two people embracing here. Hold on a second.
Why does it look like a dinosaur?
Oh, here you go. Let's see.
Oh. Yeah,
There's
that'll
a butt.
fuck.
Now we're canceled. Good job.
Hell yeah.
Within 20 seconds. Jesus.
I know. I'm not even going to try to put that back up there with one arm. All right.
Hell yeah.
Thing weighs like 30 pounds. It's yeah.
It feels right. All right. We're talking about Terminator. All right, here we go. Ready? We're ready?
We're already recording, bud.
Let's do this.
I know. All right. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance for this.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Brothers, sisters, brothers, sisters. Welcome to the only podcast on planet Earth where it takes Joey's stupid list of movies. It's so stupid. And we watch them. They're comic book related. I'm in this one. I can't believe it. I'm in it. I'm there. I poke a lot of fun at myself. Hey, we watched Terminator 3. Welcome, everybody. Brothers,
Arnie,
sisters,
man,
and
thanks for
Christian
coming,
generation.
Arnie. That's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, man. Welcome to Comic Book Rundown. What the fuck was that? What are we doing, dude? That was crazy.
Dropping stuff.
Yo, that there's such a mess behind me right now. It's incredible. Like, holy shit. There's just
Hey, as long
fucking
as you keep
bits
the camera
everywhere.
above the desk, we should be fine.
Yeah. Luckily, did not shit my pants, which was a concern. Hey, welcome to the Comic Book Rundown. I, of course, the man that did this introduction. No, I'm not.
No,
I'm just the guy sitting here because it was Arnie. Clearly.
Arnie did that.
And of course, Ron and Joe are here.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, it's spoilers. We're recording in the morning. You know what that means?
We're all fucking
Plugs
tired.
come first. Of course, if you want to check out all of everything here at the Comic Book Collective, you can head over to the main feed. If you're not on the main feed, if you just found this show, head over there where you can check out Kamen Rider Chronicles every Monday and Thursday. Joey is reviewing them. At this point, one show has ended. He did a week-long teaser run show of shows, and then he did the new season immediately started right back up. As we all know, Joey has done this.
Show hasn't ended yet.
Joey is going to do this, and Joey's going to have a great time. Joey's going to have a great 1 week run where he drops let's say 5 to 10 minute episode of all the things that we can expect in the new season, leading up to the new season coming out. Of course, get super excited because Kamen Rider is going to launch. It's a great jumping on point for you to start checking out Kamen Rider Chronicles. Of course, then also he's reviewing the older episode seasons as well, and of course, every other every other Saturday is Comic Book Rewind, where Joey's bagging, boarding, paper trading all of the episodes of the original show, Comic Book Rundown. I think we just dropped one. I forget what it was. We dropped something. I don't remember.
Let me see the map here. Boom, boom.
Well, he looks that up. Of course, I can. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, one would be coming out last week. I don't know what it is. I still haven't done this week's. That's coming out tomorrow.
I bet you it was old, and I bet you it was kind of boring.
Ouch.
Well, okay. That's only partially accurate, because if it was an old one, it was most likely boring. However, if it was a newer comic, it was probably pretty exciting. So
correct, yes. And Ron does minimal chewing in your ear. So.
I will say, I do believe whichever episode we're coming up to is the episode that Ron and I covered, which would have been The Traveler, which is, we covered that one in honor of Stan Lee, of him dying, because everybody was talking about like everything Marvel, like Spider-Man and literally every other thing that Stan Lee did. I was like, let's do something else that he did, because I didn't want to follow that role. So I picked The Traveler.
Is that why you made us watch Mosaic?
Yes, that's why.
It's actually because he's.
I'll never forgive you for that.
No problem. Usually, anyway. But I do. Yeah. The one thing about The Traveler is that's when I remembered we could use I could split our recordings, and that's when I learned that we could do 2 tracks, but I still didn't know how to do 2 mics. So like I was still learning in the process. It was great.
Wow. You can watch the growth of this show collectively
Literally
together.
back in the
Wow,
day.
that's great.
Yep. From a microphone and a laptop in a closet to what we are today.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at us. Huh? That's crazy.
We're recording
and then, of
country.
course, the only show that actually matters outside of this one, as we all know, is, of course, the last Sunday of every month, is Getting Franchised, the latest and greatest movie franchises, where we are going over. Joey made me watch 3 movies for my own fucking show. Fucking rude. We did the entire first 3 movies of the Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy that then turns into a saga, kind of. They had some spinoffs. Hey, man, we had some thoughts and we had some feelings, and you'll hear about it
in a couple days.
Spoilers. We haven't actually recorded it yet, so I have no idea what everyone's feelings or takes is on it. That being said, I am excited to talk today. Oh, of course, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. If you want to email us, comicbookrundown@gmail.com. Any questions, comments, or concerns. And if you want to own Ron's art, you can do that by getting a shirt with all of his art on it. If you want to check out his art, check him out at Good Art This Game. If you want to check out his personal shit, check him out at Good At This Game. And of course, if you want to check out Joey, it's Comic Book Rundown. Okay, I think I got all the plugs. I think we're good. Got everything. TeePublic linked down below. Buy a shirt. All right. We watched Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. And I have some thoughts and some feelings and some theories about this. Okay. Let's start with, how many times have you seen this movie, and did you see it in theaters?
I saw it for the first time this week when I watched it for this show. So no, I did not.
Really?
Yep. It never like the first 2 Terminator movies I've seen, obviously a couple times at least. This one,
classic,
never really got on my radar. Like, it just, I don't know. I saw trailers for it, and the only thing that looked like it would have been fun was the new Terminator. Yeah. And you don't even really get to, see her naked like you did Arnie in the first one.
Yeah, you saw her butt.
You saw her butt, but Arnie was swinging dong in the first one, okay? We could have at least gotten...
also in the 80s, and they didn't care.
True. We got, like, one of her tits, and I think it was by accident, and that was pretty much it. When she's walking up to the car, you can see a nipple.
Yeah, she's walking up to the car. Her hair is supposed to be covering her, and it doesn't very well.
Yeah.
I missed that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's because it's not your job to find
these. Yeah?
Yeah. It was definitely not intentional that they did that.
Yeah. Because you can show butt, but you can't show the front.
Yeah.
It's a famous line.
No, it's rated R.
Oh.
Was it really rated R?
Then why didn't we get a full set of titties?
What? I kind of actually know the answer to that. The woman who played the TX, which is the new... So the TX is the new model, right? They always have to advance the model every time. She was really adamant that she didn't want to do nudity. And so I know a lot about this movie because this was famously a DVD on TV classic.
Right, yes.
A lot of background stuff came up because they would play the, like, behind the scenes stuff in between. Like, they would leave for a commercial, come back, and they would show a little bit of it. She had to have special actor training on how to walk like a robot in that red suit, the iconic red suit, in my opinion, because it's the same thing that she wears the entire movie. She actually had to, like, have a coach teach her how to walk like a robot in it because she was too feminine walking originally.
I also saw she did a lot of mime training because she didn't have a lot of lines, so she had to do a lot of acting with her face. Yeah,
facial expression. Yeah, which, by the way, she does not do a great job in.
Not great, but I mean,
she is. We'll get into it, but she's not my favorite. She is not my favorite.
She's not. Yeah, I'll say she's not. What's his name from 2?
T-1000?
Patrick.
Yeah.
Robert? No.
Robert
John
Patrick? Robert Patrick.
Robert Patrick? Something like that, yeah.
Patrick Robert? Hold on.
It's something. I know his last. I think his last name is Patrick.
Hold on.
But
no, it's Robert Patrick.
Yeah, Robert Patrick. Okay. I saw this in theaters. My mom took me to see it, and this was the first Terminator movie I had ever seen in theaters. So I have a lot of nostalgia for this movie, and I think okay, I know Ron probably is not going to feel this way. I think it holds up when you put it through a certain context and lens. One thing to remember is that this movie was not originally supposed to be canon to the James Cameron run. Originally,
with the subsequent movies, it technically isn't anymore, but we'll get there down the road.
Yeah. So like the James Cameron run is 1, 2 Dark Fate.
Right.
It gets rid of 3. Salvation still technically?
No, Salvation is gone now too.
And then Genesis, which is arguably the worst Terminator movie ever made.
It is so bad.
Genesis is worse than this?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
The thing about Genesis that I think it's Genesis that I get the most angry about is they retcon him not having a penis.
Yep.
Or they retcon him to not having a penis.
That's the thing you get upset about?
Not
everything else
about it.
Chuck loves swinging dong, man. Like, come on.
No, it's fine, but like
no, because they make it a point in the movie to point out that he gets married and like has a relationship with a woman and he kind of just lives the rest of his life.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, how does sex work? And he's like, oh, she just kind of understands that's not going to happen, because he implies that he doesn't have a penis, which is not true. He has a penis. We saw it in the first one.
Right.
Anyway, sorry.
Well, yes, but that's yeah, okay.
I get super mad about it. That's all. Genesis is also a bad movie. But so this third one is not technically, Cameron had nothing to do with it, right? He did not want to make this movie.
He stepped away because Arnie wasn't gonna do this. But Cameron told him, like, just take the money and just run. Like, I think he said ask for a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
And he's like, so he did, and they basically gave it to him just so they could have him back.
And it is very noticeable.
Oh yeah,
that's the case.
Oh yeah.
So
he just fucking like telephoned in his lines, and also
yes.
Okay, this is I was gonna get into this later, but the one-liners they tried to push on him were so like poorly written into the story and poorly delivered that it was cringy. It wasn't even like humorous or like, I don't know. It was just,
she'll be back.
Yeah. He knocks her through a freaking elevator shaft and looks down and doesn't see her. And he's like, she'll be back. But he doesn't even he doesn't seem like the same Terminator in this.
Because he's not. They say it in every movie. They're different Terminators.
No. I mean Arnie's acting, because like in the first one he comes off as like a cold-blooded killing machine,
right?
In the second one he comes off as a cold-blooded killing protagonist. Yeah. And then in this one he's like I'm kind of dumb sidekick, but also I'm the main hero.
But I mean, if you think about it, to the storyline he kind of is, because he's already gone through, killed John in the future, and he was shut down. Now they reboot him. He's obsolete, like 3 times obsolete, because the TX is so much advanced to him, and yet somehow this T100 can still.
She's stronger than me, faster than me, more powerful than me. But
yeah,
I mean, she kind of beats him up a little bit, but she takes a lot more of a beating than he does. And then the fact that at the end of the movie, when he takes out his last processing thing that keeps him powered,
the power core,
shoves it into her mouth and explodes, his skull is still there while there's nothing left of her, doesn't make any sense. and he still had power until his eyeball, faded out.
To be fair,
man. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's funny that you bring this up because this is my theory that I have with this movie. It has sitcom syndrome. Do you guys know this theory of sitcom syndrome?
I probably heard of it,
No?
but tell me again.
Okay, so sitcom syndrome is as the seasons progress within a sitcom, the characters dissolve down to the jokes that they become famous
The characters
for
become caricatures
of themselves. Right?
Family Matters
So,
with
like,
Urkel. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Family Matters with
Supernatural.
Supernatural.
Yeah.
The two biggest ones that I always jump to is Friends. Friends become caricatures. They are supposed to be young, hip, kind of cynically young 20s. By the time the show ends, they just become Monica just becomes mean, Joey becomes an idiot, Chandler becomes an idiot. Phoebe becomes this like weird edgelord by the end of it, stuff like that.
Yeah.
The other big one that I always look at is The Office. You can mark when it happens. The episode where Stanley has his heart attack is the moment where all the characters become caricatures of themselves, to the extent that there is a theory that Stanley's heart attack and the rest of the show, Stanley dies having his heart attack, and the rest of the show is his purgatory being played out. Which I love as a theory.
I actually think I've heard that theory before.
Yeah, because it's at that moment everybody just becomes a caricature of the joke. This movie is the caricature, is the Stanley's heart attack of this franchise. Everything becomes a joke because everything that was good that they developed in the 90s that was cool and edgy got this like weird. It happens in the 2000s. Joey, can you do me a favor real quick while I do this? Pull up all the movies that happened from, I know it sounds weird, from 2000 to 2004 era of like action movies, because I have this theory within the action movie theory. But this essentially serious action movies start to die off.
Hey, Chuck.
Okay, go.
Okay, so sorry, technical difficulties. I have this theory. No fucking way, dude. Holy shit, sorry. I had this theory that from 2000 and on, the serious action movies die. Outside of like The Matrix, if you look at all the stuff that we have watched, serious action movies kind of die off, and we only get action comedies. And this is kind of the start of we're just going to classify, we have to put comedy into action movies for people to enjoy them.
Okay, so and you know what? You're not, just thinking off the top of my head, you're not wrong, because in like when I'm thinking action nowadays, you definitely have comedy in any movie to begin.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm especially thinking like Marvel movies, which has a ton of action. That's a comic movie, ton of action. You get comedy elements in there, and I feel like they do that specifically to like balance it all out. You get the comedy, you get the action, you get the drama, you get everything.
But what Chuck's saying is the first two Terminator movies were serious.
All serious. No, I understand what he's saying. You, instead of just having a straight action film, no comedy, just all action, all serious drama, now you're trying to get all of the genres. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you trying to do all that? Like, I understand.
And I also think that's why this movie doesn't hit like the other two did.
It doesn't.
The other two,
because it
they were fast.
It doesn't feel like a Terminator movie.
Exactly. They like you were involved because you knew this was life or death. And this one, it's like, oh, if he's got time to crack jokes, and he's got time to they've got time to do stupid shit and be comical. Obviously, nobody's taking this seriously.
Right. And that's why the first one and second one are so good, is because the things that were funny were organically funny to those watching it. Like there was no intention of putting comedy into it. This feels like there was intention of putting the comedy in.
Yeah. 100%.
Because everybody for years had made the jokes, right? My mom says it at the gym to people. She'll be like, "Oh, okay, I'm leaving, but I'll be back." Like she does that joke every time.
So is your mom's Arnie better than your Arnie, or?
No, hers is fucking terrible. Mine is immaculate in comparison. It's just
I didn't know if maybe it was genetic or something,
No. She does a terrible job. It's just the worst. But I just think it's interesting, and I almost think that we can pinpoint that change. I think it's the Mummy. I think maybe. The Mummy is kind of that first flip. I know that was 99, but I think that was the flip.
Okay, so here is 2000. I know it says chronological list of action movies, but I guess it's just in 2000, so it is chronological. But it doesn't have actual, it's just in alphabetical order. So you got The Sixth Day, which is the Arnold movie. That's an action thriller. The Art of War, Battle Royale. That's a Japanese movie though, so that's already straight action. Battlefield Earth.
I mean, that's a fucking comedy, but it was never intended to be
all by itself. Charlie's Angels was in 2000. That would be an action comedy.
That would definitely fall into that. Yeah.
Kashi Tiger Hidden Dragon. That's a martial arts film, but that's action.
I still have yet to
that
see
was a serious movie that a lot of people made fun with, had fun with.
Yeah. Get Carter. I know that. Oh, that's Sylvester Stallone. That's an action thriller. Never did see it though.
There's a comedy aspect to that.
Okay, Gone in 60 Seconds. There is some comedy in that.
Yeah. There are a lot of comedy parts in that.
Yeah. Mission Impossible 2, which I feel is more action than comedy.
I've only ever seen the first Mission Impossible. I never watched any of them after that.
Oh.
It dissolves the more it goes, because then they bring in Simon Pegg and it just becomes a comedy, like an action comedy series. In my opinion, I'm sure my ex would disagree with that, but
I heard the third one was the best out of all of them. I have yet to see the third one, but I heard the third one was one of the better ones, and that's because it was J.J. Abrams. Romeo Must Die. Jet Li film.
Action comedy. I mean, okay, it had comedy elements into it.
Okay.
It had a lot of elements.
It had comedy elements, right.
Yeah.
I think that's the point. It's we are injecting comedy elements intentionally.
Okay. Yeah. Shaft, which, Samuel L. Jackson.
That's a comedy. That's an action comedy.
Jeffrey Wright's in that one? I didn't know that.
Because Shaft, they were making fun of the original show in that, right? Okay.
Yeah. Or at least
I've also never seen
paying homage to it, at least. Shanghai Noon, that's definitely a comedy.
But see, that's a comedy action. There's a difference.
Let's see here.
Shanghai Noon's a great movie.
Shanghai Noon is a fantastic movie.
X-Men, which is action. There's some comedy elements in it, but that's and that's just all 2000.
Get a room. Sorry, Ron is making out with people on the screen.
Sorry, Chuck. I didn't mean to trigger you there, bud.
Yeah, what the hell? You don't kiss me like that. What the
Alfie
fuck?
Says, you don't come over, Chuck. You'd get a kiss if you came over, man.
2001.
No, from me, not you.
Forehead kiss, come on.
2001, we see Driven, which is another Sylvester Stallone movie, action.
Oh, if it's got Sly in it, it's going to be comedy because he can't act.
Well, that too. Also has Burt Reynolds, so it's probably got some comedy in it. Exit Wounds with Steven Seagal and DMX.
Oh, see, Steven Seagal, that's automatically a comedy because he also can't act or fight or, anything.
He plays the straight man to everybody's comedy in the movie. His movies progressively get funnier.
The Fast and the Furious in 2001. which was
Definitely
the first
comedy
one.
aspects
Yeah.
become very funny. Yeah.
I mean, down the road, yes. Ghost of Mars,
I don't even know what
John
that is.
Carpenter movie.
Wow. Do you remember that movie?
Vaguely, I watched it. I remember watching that
Wow.
on spring break in Florida, and 'cause
Yeah.
I think I
That
read, like,
that played off
it was
of
messed up.
when we finally got like satellite shots of Mars, and everybody was like, "Oh, there's like a face on Mars."
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
A Knight's Tale. That's comedy action.
That's comedy
Action.
action, yeah.
The Musketeer.
That's a comedy. There's
Yeah.
there's
Definitely
comedy,
comedy in that one. The One, which I think that one was more action than comedy.
I don't.
I think there's a
I-
few comedy elements, but there was definitely more
I
action.
think there's a comic relief character in it, but it is a more serious movie. Yes.
This says Pootie Tang. I forgot about Pootie Tang.
That's a comedy.
That's a comedy with some action.
Yeah.
I mean,
Rush-
we even we
Rush
just
Hour
watched
2.
Bulletproof Monk,
Yeah.
Rush
Right.
Hour, Rush Hour 2.
Yeah, like, I mean, that's just in 2001. Like, and as Blade 2, like, that's in 2002.
Blade 2 definitely pulled a lot of comedy into it after.
Born Identity is probably the first one that didn't have any comedy. This is in 2002.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's straight action.
Yeah. And also,
And I would argue
a
that's
really
what
good-
made that movie good. Was
Yeah,
the fact that it was different
100%.
than everything else.
it was very
Equilibrium.
serious.
Equilibrium definitely was a action film. In
Is
2002.
Equilibrium the one with
Christian Bale?
and Boromir? Sean
Yes.
Bean?
Yep, right at the
And
beginning.
he dies because
Yep.
Sean Bean has to die in a movie.
He actually dies a lot less than you think.
Yeah.
Minority Report in 2002.
I can't think of anything I've seen with Sean Bean in it where he doesn't die.
Minority
I'll
Report
get
wasn't
back
all
to
that
that.
funny, but
Yeah.
there wasn't. I don't remember there being a lot of comedy. aspects,
Resident Evil in 2002.
Had a lot of comedy in
There's
it.
some.
I
there's
think it
some
was
comedy.
accidental, but
Okay, fine. Transporter.
I've never
There's some
seen
comedy in
Transporter.
Transporter. There's some comedy in Transporter.
So,
But like, oh, so like, yeah,
Yeah,
this is just like
it's
this does
it's borderline.
solidify my theory.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
like,
there's a point that you hit where you've tried it too much and put too much of it in, and
Yeah, absolutely.
for a serious as this series was prior to this movie, there was too much of a comedy element in this.
There was too much. Like the whole.
There's no stakes. Like the stakes
the
don't feel
first.
serious.
Oh, Alien vs Predator. It's not a lot of comedy in that one.
There is so like I can mark the moment where I was just like, oh, I see what's happening here. Like the first time that we get the like we're going to do a rip off the first two is when Arnie shows up. He's teleported back, and he shows up at like a ladies' night,
Right.
Right?
The club.
and the dancer's gay, and that's like the whole
And
joke.
Obviously, he still has a dong in this one because all the girls are appreciating.
Yes, yes, that's what I'm talking about. It's not until Genesis that they fuck it up and ruin the fact that he doesn't have a dong anymore. Doesn't make any fucking sense. If he has to have a penis, he just has to have one because the whole idea is that he is supposed to be like looking so much like a human. He should have a penis that works because like if
How is
the
he
whole
supposed to
idea is that he is
infiltrate
supposed to
without
be
a
in
working
disguise.
penis? Yeah.
So, yes, but if you recall, I think we talked about this last time we talked about Terminator. In the Netflix show, the Terminator. Oh, sorry, I can't remember what it's called. The
Anime one?
Yeah, the animated one,
Oh.
which was really
Yeah.
good. I really did enjoy it.
Sarah Connor Chronicles was on Fox, and it was fucking dope.
Right.
It was
Actually,
awesome.
finally found a collection of both seasons. Picked that up, thank God, because I don't know where I could find it. But anyway,
I don't,
it's not streaming
Nowhere.
anywhere. So
I'll have to
Forgot
borrow it
about
for me
them.
sometime to see it then because I've never seen it.
yeah, it's really good, really good.
It's good. Unfortunately, it got all retconned for no fucking reason. But
Well, most of them did. But anyway, they basically like every time something like a Terminator gets sent back, it basically retcon, like it makes a new timeline.
Yeah.
And
Well, it has to because they change things.
right. So,
Although technically, when they first sent back Reese and the original Terminator, that didn't retcon the timeline because Reese had to go back to make John Connor.
So here's a fun theory that I saw about that. And I think Confused Breakfast did a thing about this. They say, or I saw this saying, that Sarah Connor, the reason that they had a picture of that Sarah Connor was because that was the only Sarah Connor left. John Connor, that actually wasn't the right John Connor. That wasn't the right Sarah Connor. That was just the only Sarah Connor left. So John Connor, actually the one in the original timeline that actually became the resistance leader, did die off, did get killed. So when Kyle came back and he had that picture of Sarah, that was the only one that was left. That was the picture that got taken and then given to him. And so, I mean, it makes no sense, but it just kind of works out to where he comes back, blanks this Sarah because that was this Sarah that was left over, and gets to make this new John Connor. I don't know. It was an interesting theory that I like. This kind of could be a possibility. Why not? It was fun.
Well, it is
Fun
interesting
theory.
because, like, hypothetically speaking, when they send him back in the first one, he is just killing all the Connors, all the Sarah Connors, because he doesn't know which one is the right one.
Exactly. So, like, he could have actually killed the original, the first Sarah Connor, and it doesn't matter. Like, they already got sent back. The timeline has already changed the minute they got sent back.
So, is then by that theory that Skynet actually causes their own demise?
Yeah,
because they went back to kill the Sarah Connors. Like they created that timeline by accident for themselves to lose.
But would they be losing? Because in theory, they're trying to stop John from rising up and bringing the resistance. Skynet's going to take over anyway, regardless. All they're doing is trying to stop him from stopping them, right? So because what this movie says, what Terminator 3 says, is Skynet is going to happen. Skynet is going to take over no matter what. The Judgment Day is going to happen. It's either going to happen in 1992, going to happen in 1997, it's going to happen in 2004. Like, it's going to happen. You're not going to stop it. It's just getting postponed no matter what. All you're doing is just pausing it. And
because people won't stop using AI. That's why.
Right?
I mean, this was like the craziest result of AI situation.
Yeah.
And nobody was paying attention.
Still
because they were making fucking
money.
Cracking jokes.
Yeah.
They were cracking jokes.
So, yeah, Skynet sending a Terminator back to stop John Connor, I think all that really was doing was, and if you take the second one into account, all it's doing is saying, it's just trying to get Skynet to be in control earlier.
Well, this movie right here makes Skynet happen. It makes the...
Officially. But if you think about it, the Skynet would have happened, they sent it back, the Terminator back in the second one, the day after John met Kate, according to this movie. Because according to this movie, John met Kate in a basement at a party and they made out. And had they gotten together, he would have met her dad, who was a top secret military guy who was in charge of Skynet. And how that connection would have been made, how he would have stopped Skynet then, I don't know.
Maybe he would have talked to her dad and been like, "Hey, this is a really bad idea. What if your safety precaution or your safety, nets aren't there for Skynet, and you're not going to be able to control it."
He made out with her the day before the second Terminator shows up.
Correct.
Right.
That's the theory, right?
That's what this one says.
Right. So, would that timeline have happened? Oh, I guess so. But like, what would the theory of them been? That like he believes this kid, or that like Sarah tells him everything that's happening?
Well, Sarah had already tell the general dad or whatever.
Yeah, the general. Yeah.
I don't know, because she was still been locked up in the hospital.
Right. That's what I don't. That's what I didn't get.
So
But here's the thing, because John would have already he would have grown up knowing all this stuff.
Yeah.
So he'd already have that knowledge in his head. So unless he actually meets with the dad and it's not like the dad's gonna talk about Skynet at the dinner table. You know, like it's a top secret military thing.
Yeah,
he's not gonna have any knowledge of this guy. Skynet in the future would, obviously. That's why they're sending him the Terminator back to that date to stop him from connecting with this general or this commander or whatever the hell he was, the dad, so that they cannot connect and they can't stop them from stopping Skynet in the future, I guess. I'm not sure. Because, again, that wasn't fleshed out well enough.
Nothing really was in this, though.
Yeah, it kind of sucks because, like, I genuinely love this franchise. Like, the more us going back and rewatching these, and I recently, I think it was like last summer, I sat down and I watched the whole run, leading up to, no, Dark Fate had already been out for a while, but like rewatching them, and I'm like, man, these are good. Like, this is kind of my favorite. This is a slasher. It's essentially a slasher. It's a monster movie, right?
Right.
It's something showing up trying to kill somebody. Essentially that's
an unstoppable something trying to kill somebody.
Right. So and that inherently is always just a really good story. It's good versus evil. It's just the same story over and over again. But they tried to make sense out of something. I wonder, Joe, you're right there. Was there a internet hack that like our government got hacked or something right around this time, and that's why they shoehorned that concept in? Do you guys remember?
9/11 did happen like 2 years prior.
Yeah, I guess, and like the Patriot Act was like really rolling out. So maybe, I don't know.
Which I did kind of find interesting, that John was able to live off the grid and be able to like do construction jobs at any job.
I'm glad that you came back to this, because John living off the grid, but he's staying in the town where he grew up.
No, he was driving around. He
went back to the town because he went
back to the town. Yes.
Yes. So why if you're trying to stay off the grid, would you ever go back to the place where your last known address and shit was?
I'm wondering if he didn't realize that's where, because he even said that they grew up in Mexico at some point in time. Like, he was just driving around. I don't think he realized where he was at originally.
Well, we see them in Mexico in the second one. That's where they go, where she goes to get the like all the weapons and stuff.
Yeah, because she's got the like secret resistance down there or whatever.
And then she ends up in Mexico in Dark Fate. So like, it's
right.
Wow, spoiler alert! Thanks.
We'll get to it in like 3 years, and you'll forget about it by then.
Yeah.
Also, it's like right in the beginning of the movie, so it's not a spoiler.
Yeah.
But okay, so I do have some. I mean, I listen. I unapologetically love this movie with all of its problems, but there was some stuff. So I actually ended up watching this twice because I wanted to make sure my theories were correct, and I didn't have a lot to do. I had to sit in front of my computer, and I was like, I'm just gonna watch Terminator again. Shout out to Tubi, by the way. Yo, banger fucking movies right now on Tubi.
Yeah.
I watched this, followed by Demolition Man, followed by The Fifth Element. So like, I had a fucking trio run of good fucking movies.
Well, I mean, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Demolition Man's fine.
No, I was talking about this movie, Joey. He said he watched this. I love Demolition Man. Demolition Man is like a fantastic movie.
Spoilers. Have you watched it recently?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It is boomer coded crazy of like
100%.
If this will happen if the libtards win. Like
100%. But it's hilarious.
when you know Stallone's political alignments, this
yeah,
movie
dude.
starts to really not. You start rooting for Wesley Snipes a lot more.
Wait, you
all
were
right.
rooting for
Anyway.
Wesley Snipes anyways?
No, it's Wesley Snipes, my homeboy. He's always I love that man. Yeah, fuck that. Don't pay your taxes. Fuck that shit. I don't even remember where I was going with this. Oh, so okay, so the changes that they made. It's not John. It's John's kids that they have to now protect. They have to make sure that him and this came out in 2004, right?
2003.
2003. And when does Dawn of the Dead come out? 2007?
Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah, the remake, the Zack Snyder remake.
Okay, I'll say like 1950 something.
No.
2004.
Dawn of the Dead was 2004. Great. So we have a trope now of redheaded women just being the stupidest, most obnoxious bitches in a movie ever. She is unbearable in this movie a little bit. I thought it was the same actor at first, but I don't think it is.
This was Claire Danes, and the other one was somebody else.
Yeah, some random. That was Claire Danes?
Yeah.
The redhead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not what I remember Claire Danes looking like.
That's against your
know she
actor
was.
blindness poking up, you know.
That's true. Yeah, I thought she. You know what's funny is I thought she was like a nobody, and she didn't have any career after this movie. Because she's really bad in this movie.
Yeah.
She's
Well,
really
okay,
bad.
but in her defense, everybody is really bad in this movie because honestly,
yeah,
I think
everyone's
it was
just kind of phoning in.
it was poorly written and it was definitely poorly directed.
Yes.
And because like
it felt like a cash grab.
it 100% was.
Yeah.
And like so I can't have like John, the guy that plays John as the main
Not
protagonist. I hated it. Like all I could see was him as the yellow bastard.
Oh my god, he is the yellow bastard.
And like
wow,
that's all I could see. As soon as I saw his face, I'm like, oh, this is a pedophile right here. Like I can't root for this guy. And he's just a like bad actor. Like in this, he is terrible. I don't even like him in Sin City. Really, I don't know who this guy is, but he does not do a good job of acting.
He doesn't play a leader in this movie. Like I know the idea is like over time, John becomes the warrior. You know, becomes this hero and warrior and stuff. But looking at him now is like
he's just a little bitch.
I don't believe that you become a better person. I look at you and I say, you're not good, man. You know?
And he's never gonna be good because he just doesn't come off that way.
That's crazy. But so the theory was that what is the redheaded character's name?
Kate.
That Kate sent the Terminator back?
Yeah, after it killed John. Why did it kill John?
Because it was supposed to.
So it was just a regular Terminator that got his mission done.
Yeah, it got sent to kill John because it was a face that he sympathized with because he recognized it as a kid.
Right. And she reprogrammed it.
Yep.
To protect John and her to ensure that their kids were born.
No, so it got reprogrammed because they didn't know where John was. So it was sent back to protect all of the lieutenants. Because the TX was sent back to kill all of John's
Which
lieutenants.
it does not do because she starts murking the lieutenants.
Yes. She starts killing because the first one that she kills is in the guy in the drive-thru, which that drive-thru was a really terrible setup drive-thru. Unless you're going through like a Checkers or a Rallies.
I think she drove through backwards.
No,
her.
Like she drove through and she's answering on this side, and then unless it's going through like a Rallies or a Checkers, all it was is that you could see them having the gun so she can shoot him.
Yeah.
But like, she's not grabbing the food from the passenger side. So, anyway, but yeah,
it didn't make any sense.
She starts going and murking all of the lieutenants, and then she goes to find Claire Danes, Kate, which how she knew to go to the clinic and not the house, I didn't understand how she knew.
Yeah, I didn't get that either.
Figure that one
I don't
out.
know how she knew that.
That'd be the bad writing. But she goes there, and then she finds that John's there, and then it's like, oh, all right, mission's changed. Kill the prime target. So yeah, like it was literally Kate sent the Terminator back to protect all of the lieutenants because I guess they got word that the lieutenants were being killed off, or that they sent back the TX to kill the lieutenants because, like they said, they had no idea where John was. It just happened that John was here, and that became the top priority because obviously John has and will always be the top target for whatever reason.
But see, that's the thing is like I don't understand why John is even the top target at this point in time. Because if they never would have done anything, he never would have
Becomes
existed.
the top target. Yeah,
I mean,
Right.
they tried murdering him before he was born.
and it didn't work.
Yeah, that gave it a real pro life cant to this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we don't abort, the machines will win. Or if we do abort, the machines will win.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should really be using that more often.
That would be hilarious. What if you are John Connor?
What if you were John Connor? What if you were the guy who made Skynet?
So see, right? That's the other side of
happy.
abortion. Like sometimes abortion's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, sometimes it's necessary. You know?
You know what? And I personally am pro-choice on this. Like, it's your body, your choice.
Yeah. Before, beginning, and after. You know what I mean? Like, boredom 7 years in. Who cares?
That's late-term abortion. We don't.
Yeah.
The Republicans do that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Conservatives, sorry.
Hey, as long as you've been born, it's okay if you die in poverty and sickness or get shot.
In schools.
But
yeah.
In schools, yes.
Yeah.
But while you are in utero, you are important and you matter.
Exactly. Yeah, everyone knows that.
So did you guys think it was weird that the TX spoken dial-up modem when like
she's like hacking the phone?
Yeah, like when like that should have been so obsolete at that point in time that they wouldn't even have known what it was, probably. Because if you think about it,
04? No.
Dude, no. I mean, when the Terminators come out, like in the future.
So, but you have to remember, when the world died.
If this is when the world died, that's when Skynet. But that's when Skynet was became online, and that is what they knew, and that's what she knows. That was what her operating system was back then. Like, when she calls up the number and that's what it starts up. I mean, it's her program or processing system just mimicking that.
But
right?
you can't do dial up from a cell phone at that point in time.
She can because she's a robot.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to remember she's got a bunch of new fucking pieces of equipment, right?
No. See, because if Joey's just previous statement exists, then that means she wouldn't have new things like Wi-Fi and data hotspots and stuff like that.
Was Wi-Fi a thing in 04?
I don't know. Yes, it was.
That's a great question.
I think it was a very new thing.
Satellite connection was.
See, satellite connection has been around for a long time. Yeah, and if that was the case, it would have sounded like dial-up.
Right. Well, that's true, I guess. Look, man, this movie was made for babies.
I mean, that's fair.
Actually, you know what it was made for? It was made for moms. This was a movie made for moms. So, like, moms know the dial-up sound, so that's the sound that they had to go with.
I say Wi-Fi was invented in the 90s, so...
Yeah.
Was it really? Wow, that's crazy. All right.
Technically, Wi-Fi started during World War II. But but it wasn't the Wi-Fi that we use now, but that was where it's... Anyways, let's not get onto that. Why... So Skynet uses an AI system to keep checks on their AI system. Like Like when he's like, oh, we're trying to figure out all the bugs for Skynet and stuff, and we want to make sure that like everything's going to work out and like nothing's going to happen. He's like, so we had our AI scan our AI system to make sure that the AI was in line with what the AI thinks the AI should have.
I'm pretty sure I just read a news article that said they one AI system was backing up itself, for in case it just like it went down. So yeah, like that's
well, they've also had problems with the AI systems not shutting themselves down. Like they're like, okay, like we're trying to shut this down, and the AIs are fighting them. So yeah, we are basically getting our Matrix Terminator timeline because we have fucking morons running our world.
Yeah,
pouring water on it at this point doesn't even fix the problem anymore.
Gonna have to start building EMPs.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Drop the memes.
Speaking of EMPs and the Matrix and stuff, his glasses in this, he stole those from Neo's face. Like
the star ones?
Yes, the glasses that he ends up with, like that he finds like on the little thing at the gas station or whatever. Those look like they're straight out of the fucking Matrix. Like the tight fitting against your eye, like low profile glasses.
I mean, that was just 2000s.
I know.
I had a pair of those.
Oh, I know, Joey. You had a lot of douchebag tendencies, but we still love you.
Yeah.
But no,
I had the
like
spiked hair.
That's the frosted spiked hair.
You had hair?
I
did. Joey actually used to have like lush, thick hair. Like
I did back in the day.
Wow.
Then my mom died, and I cut it all off.
And it never grew back.
They'll do it.
Yeah.
It just never grew back.
Well, my mom used to cut my hair, so I never went. She was my beautician.
Joey doesn't know what a barber is.
I don't want to pay for it. I was cheap.
That's fair. I have actually been cutting.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to start paying for stuff when you got it for free for so long.
Right.
I refuse to buy soda at a vending machine now because I get it for free at work. Like I'm not doing it.
See?
Yeah. I get that.
No, that's fair. When you get stuff for free at work, it's definitely hard to pay for it afterwards.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought it was really. I mean, there's that whole theory where the Matrix and the Terminator are. Well, actually, it's not a theory. They are like they basically ripped off some book that was written, and because they both got apparently sued for it and lost because they basically just stole the whole premise of this book and then made their movies out of it. But I just thought it was.
What else is new?
Yeah, that's fair. I just thought it was really funny that he had the same glasses as Neo.
Yeah, that's fair. What did you guys think of the TX design? And it's
pretty hot.
New upgrades.
So the only having liquid skin was kind of weird, as opposed to like the T1000 where it could like make things out of that.
Well, but he could only do simple weapons.
True.
Like he was nano liquid technology, right?
Yeah.
And he could only do simple weapons. So he could do like swords, spikes. He does the crowbars in that movie. That's about it. And this one,
that's because he's
I remember
not very
when
creative.
Well, he just couldn't do complex things. Like he even says, like the Arnie says, he's like he can't do complex machinery. Like he can't turn himself into a bomb.
No, but he could have made a slingshot out of his arm and shot pieces of himself.
I don't think he could.
Though, that's like getting rid of part of himself.
Yeah, but we watched him pool and then come back together. So like,
yeah, he cannot projectile himself. That was the whole thing. He could he cannot cause. If you watch that movie, he can pass through things and shift and go underneath, but he's still one whole size.
Well, I know, but when he at the end of it, like when he gets shattered into pieces and then they start melting and then they merge back together.
I think that's a recovery system. That's different than him being. I don't think he can physically shoot things. Like that's his whole.
Because he was frozen and shattered, and so his body was reforming versus
him coming back together.
Like throwing like his arm at somebody.
Well,
and
in
come back.
that case, I mean, he could have just picked up a rock off the ground, made
And
a
then slingshot it. Yeah, that
superpowered
would've been-
slingshot,
Yeah.
and then just killed them from a distance,
Well,
and they would have never known he was.
But could he have though? Because you have to remember, the things that he makes are all metal related. Metal does not have any type of bounce to
Elasticity.
it.
Sure, okay, but
Yeah.
I meant slingshot in the way of like. So
Trebuchet?
fine, he doesn't have to do that. He could have literally just made a tube out of his arm and then
Yo,
had
he could have made a.
and then just bam.
He could have, or even something similar,
Spring-loaded.
like the highlight, like the highlight hooks. He could have just turned his hand
Ah.
into a highlight hook and just like whipped shit at people. That would have been sick. Anyway,
Whatever.
the whole premise is, I actually remember getting a little annoyed that she had an
The zap
exoskeleton.
arm?
Yeah, like I guess I got annoyed that she had weapons. I don't know why. It makes sense, right? That would be the next.
But it
natural
doesn't make sense
progression
why she needed the cop's gun then. If she had this fucking zap arm that she could have just blasted everybody
So
with.
because they wanted to throw you off, like she was probably similar to either the T-1000 in the beginning. They didn't want you to. I don't think they wanted you to what's the right term? Give it away that she was this advanced form.
There's actually lore. There's actually, and I only know this because I've been reading the comic from Dynamite, and they have I was flipping through and I saw the part where they have the TX, and then somebody explained the lore. The ammunition for her arm comes from her power core. So as she uses it, her power core slowly starts to die. So she's only supposed to use her weaponry against other Terminators.
So when
minus
she is
the
using
flame-
that thing, just like blasting like ridiculously,
Yeah.
she's basically.
Yeah, I didn't say it
killing
made sense, Ron. I just said
Okay.
that was the lore behind it. Yeah.
But at the same time,
Like she's only supposed to use it when there's a Terminator around.
but it's not like these Terminators are going back to the present or to their present. Like they know they're coming back and going to be destroyed or at some point in time. You know,
Yeah.
like they're not going back to the future.
Yeah.
Right.
Um,
I didn't say it made
so-
sense. I'm just saying
Also,
that's-
I
that
do
was
want
the
to point out when
theory.
she gets the cop's gun and she's starting to go kill all the lieutenants, she's wasting ammunition left and right.
100%.
Like when she goes to kill the brother and sister, like she shoots the guy when he answers the door, and then she unloads like 8 more bullets into his face. Like
Yeah.
the first one would have done it, my girl. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
but it
that
looks
was.
cool.
Does it though, or
No.
does it just seem ridiculous? Because she's supposed to
No,
be
it
an
was
efficient killing machine. Like, it would have been one bullet.
To
and
be
done.
fair,
To be fair.
we have watched in this movie where we have to double tap. So she is just double tapping 8 times.
that's a
That is fair. Okay.
Excuse me. So
Yo, Ron, I need a shirt with her with a gun that just says double tap 8 times.
I like that one. That one's- All right. I do have a question.
She had that flamethrower though. That was kind of cool.
That flamethrower was kind of
the no,
And she could take
flamethrowers-
over. And she could take over other machines.
Yeah,
That was cool, too.
that okay, but that would again be part of her going into another thing.
That would be like the nanobites,
Yeah.
nanotech.
Yeah.
So would how like okay when she takes over Arnie and then Arnie shuts himself down, right?
Correct.
After she
Because he
chops
was
his
going
head
to
off.
somehow
Ah.
all of a sudden now he's going to fail his objective. Though
Yeah.
the objective was. Yeah, I didn't
But
understand.
his objective got reprogrammed from the first one, and then got reprogrammed again.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways,
Bad writing.
but when they were
I
doing the
understand.
car chase, like where they have the animal clinic truck and Claire Danes is in the back of it. So we're all
Oh,
aware
in the
she's
Toyota
dead.
Tundra.
Yeah, she's dead.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
she's
there's-
so dead.
There's nothing that was saving her in that.
But also, when
also, how that
right
can
before that,
outrun the cop cars and the.
yeah, but right
Anyway.
before that, when Arnie hits her with the truck that he had, what the hell
Oh.
exploded? What the fuck exploded?
I thought you were gonna bring up how Kate magically didn't get run over by the truck that Arnie was driving. How that just one in a million shot. Like,
Oh, it jumped. He jumped it.
No,
he
it
bunny hopped it.
Like it had to have lined up perfectly.
Yeah,
with how
100%.
she was laying on the ground, and it
But then
anyway.
they hit the animal clinic and it explodes. What were they doing in this animal clinic?
Well,
what were they doing in this?
How it explodes and didn't blow up John, who was locked in the cage,
right? Or all the animals that were in there that were still barking, and then they
Right?
just left in this building on fire because
Yeah.
she is a terrible fucking veterinarian.
Well, the cop showed up.
That's fair. But also, yes, Claire would have been
Shocker.
dead in the back of that truck when
Well, she
they
was a
opened
white
it up.
woman.
Yeah. And another protagonist in the movie.
Yeah.
She got
But Claire would have been dead in the back of that truck when they opened it
Kate.
up.
Yes.
Or Kate, yeah. Same difference. It's the same person.
Yeah.
Would have been dead. Like, I'm sorry, but there's no way, as fast as they were going and they were turning and she was bouncing over and all that shit that was in the back of it, she would have had like broken fingers, broken hands, her leg, she would have had broken ribs. She would have probably cracked her skull open. If she was alive, she would have been in a bad state.
Her
Which
rib cage
might
would have
make
been the
sense.
dog cage.
Yeah. Which might make sense that she was attracted to John after that. But
Yeah. Lost a few brain cells in that one.
yeah. And then, okay, so when she's hit, when the TX is hitting all the electrical cables,
How didn't blow up things is
well, the truck would have shut down. Like the electricity from hitting those cables, because those cables were still live.
well, he was
would've-
hitting the poles, not the cables.
No. When she's driving it, when she's got the thing, like the cables are ripping off around the truck. Like the electrical wiring is ripping off around the truck as she's going through the town.
Oh, was it? I thought she was just hitting the telephone poles.
No, she did hit a couple poles. So
carrying
she
them.
also, but she hit the wires, and the wires
Okay.
were still live, which would have shut down the truck, like instantly, because it would have fried out the battery, and then it wouldn't have had anything to run anything on. But also,
It's a Toyota Tundra.
no, not that
No,
truck, the big
the-
truck, the utility truck. Yeah, no, the
Also
Toyota
a
Tundra
Toyota
wouldn't have
Tundra.
made it past the first turn. But
that is one of my favorite scenes in this movie, is because she looks dead into the camera and says, "I'm in a Toyota Tundra," and it's just like, okay, all right, we got it. Also, surprised the Toyota was chill with them fucking up that truck. Although
It was showing
does
that it
show
was
the
showing that it was
durable,
resilient,
because
Yeah.
they got the shit kicked out of it, and somehow they use it for the rest of the movie.
Right, that thing is blowing smoke out of it when they get on the highway, and then it just drives forever after that.
Yep, totally fine. Yeah.
I did like
Yeah.
when they tried to recreate the highway scene from the second one, and they did I enjoyed
liked it.
this scene. Yeah, like when the utility truck, like I thought when Arnie threw the crane down into the sewer and the truck went flying over, like I thought that was cool. I really
Yeah,
like that.
sure, it was cool. Like the chase scene was pretty cool, other than like some of the having to what the hell is it called when you leave your actual thoughts behind, logical thought behind? Suspend your beliefs, I guess, or whatever.
yeah.
Suspend your
Suspended disbelief.
there we go. But like that truck would not have been able to keep up with the Toyota Tundra.
No,
No
God,
fucking way.
but
No.
it got bashed in by the cop cars and the ambulance, and it had a door off, so it was
It
slowing
would
down.
have been It would have been fucked up smashing through all those buildings.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that,
but-
that crane arm would have been fucking ripped off a long time ago.
And it just wouldn't have been able to keep the pace up to that truck.
No.
Like
Yeah.
going through all the turns and all that shit. Those things
with
do
a
not
V8
accelerate.
engine that the Toyota Tundra has, it's an immaculate machine.
I actually think those
Especially
Toyota Tundras had
2004.
V6s.
I think you're right. I think it's a V6.
But either way, like the fact that it kept up at all was a glaring like fallacy, because those trucks do not accelerate fast enough, and every time she hit something, it would have slowed it down like drastically.
Dramatically, yeah.
Yeah, dramatically.
And she went ramming through multiple buildings and still was like right on the truck's tail.
Yeah.
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 Well, see, they
But
were
it looks
slowing
cool.
down. They were slowing down for a dramatic effect,
Also, shout out to Arnie doing all of his own stunts, like jumping onto the crane and swinging it around down the middle of the street, as we all know.
They did, according to IMDb, they did some of his own stunts.
He did a few. You can tell which ones are him and which ones are not him.
Yeah.
I can definitely say that.
They
I'd like to point
specifically
out
said that they were very worried about him and Kristanna Loken doing their own stunts
yes.
because of we don't want these people to get hurt specifically.
Yeah.
For
Well,
some
I
of
mean,
these scenes.
at this point in time, Arnie's what, 50?
54 or something like that.
Yeah, and like you
Yeah.
could tell because
So-
he is so stiff when he's moving around and stuff. Like
we are very much in the Governator era.
He's
which is
about
when
ready to
he's-
become the governor. Yeah.
Yeah, which is when he stops working out, and he
Yep.
he has no muscle definition in this movie. When he's not naked, and even then, he's super slim down. Think how fucking huge he is in the first one in comparison to now.
yeah, oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And that
like
was, again, that was in the 80s.
crazy.
He's like in his 30s, young 30s. Like he's just, or late 20s, early 30s. Like he's just well defined.
We did get more rubber CGI bullshit in this.
There was a
when
lot of rubber CGI.
TX
Yeah.
and T800 are fighting, and it was so like I wish that they would have not put so much stock into this in the early 2000s because it always looks bad. Like they never use it for good spots. I could understand if there are things that you can't do with physical effects using CGI. But I feel like a lot of the stuff that they did was like just to make it so they could use the CGI.
100%. It's kind of interesting to think of okay, so 99 Matrix comes out and tightrope, rope or
Wire.
wire fight scenes were like the rage.
Mhm.
That dies by 02, I guess, realistically.
Well,
03,
because CGI and starts.
Yeah, I guess in my brain, I think that the wire working stuff lasts a very long
Well,
time.
I mean, some movies still
Certain
have it and they
movies.
use it. Yeah, like there are still
yeah,
movies
but
that use it a lot.
not to the extent that the Matrix did.
No,
I mean, that's
well,
true.
and
This, I think the fighting scenes in this could have worked really well with just some wire work.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
agreed. But I think it's because the people see the CGI as a cheaper outlet because you don't have to pay stunt
it?
people. You don't have to pay.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just gotta pay a couple animators.
Yeah, literally that. Like,
Yeah.
and so you
But you guys are forgetting that back in this day, CGI would have cost them like $1 million to do that on.
right, but you're
But
not
if they're
having
already
to risk
paying for
people's
it.
lives. Like that right there, it outweighs, somebody dying.
Injury.
I see
even
now,
schedule
Joey,
delays.
now you're putting normal people logic into this because they
Back
don't
then
care.
they cared. Back then they cared.
No,
Nowadays
they
they
didn't.
don't.
They just
Yeah.
made you think they cared.
No. They actually cared about their actors back in the early 2000s.
I guess.
Well, I mean, to be fair, also it's gotten a
Especially
lot
the high
safer
profile
over the
ones.
years. Back
Yes.
then, it wasn't safe. You know what I mean? They've
That's
done
true.
a lot safer about it. OSHA required them to get safer about it. The guild required them to get safer.
Yeah.
There we go.
So, can we talk about John's mommy issues? Like when
Yeah.
I can't remember, Claire does something where she does something violent or breaks something or shoots somebody, and then
she
she
shot
Oh.
the
The
shot at
flying
the-
robot thing.
yeah, that's right.
thing.
And then
Yeah.
he's like all hot and bothered. And he's like, "You remind me of my
You remind me of
mom."
my mom.
Oh.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? That's so
Yeah, that was
if
weird.
you were trying to bang this woman, hey, if you're listening to this, never tell a woman you remind her of your mom. It's fucking weird, dude.
You're right.
But
And
dude,
vice
but it
versa.
also got her
Don't
excited.
tell a
so-
dude that you remind that
That he
you are-
reminds you of
that
your
he
dad.
reminds you of your dad. That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's weird, dude.
Look, we're not here to satisfy your Oedipus complexes or whatever the female to male equivalent is of that.
Dadipus? Father piss.
Oh, another thing. They just so happen to go to the hangar where her dad's plane is, where she's been training to fly.
Oh my god, she says it out loud. She goes, "Oh, this is the plane that I used to try." Like, her dialogue is fucking terrible in this movie. It's
high exposition
we get
dialogue.
It, rich, privileged white girl.
Well, and so much of the dialogue is just exposition that they didn't want to have to explain through cinematics. So they're like, "I'm just going to tell you this because, here's the."
Yeah, it was not good.
I do question though, like when Kate comes running into the secret facility and no one questions the civilian just showing up, and then
both times.
Well, at first, and like her dad's just like, "Kate, what are you doing here?" And then like everybody just kind of looking around, and then Arnold, Terminator comes running in, just starts opening up on her with opening fire on her, and there's not one person in there. I know they're all pencil pushers. But you're not telling me that one person in there has a gun?
They absolutely are still carrying firearms.
Right.
That's insane. Yeah.
And they're all just scatter.
But there's no security anywhere.
Right.
That's what I was
How
saying.
did they even get clearance? Even she would not have gotten clearance to be able to get in.
Could you just go get your manager, please?
Right.
Like, that would not have happened.
Like the first, like obviously TX got in because she
can shapeshift and
shapeshift. Her clothes look like a military person. That's how she got it. But the other group,
well, see what they didn't show you because they're trying to make it seem like Arnie was not a killer in this one. So what they didn't show you was that he actually killed all the guards on their way up there.
I mean,
technically, he doesn't kill in the second one either.
That's right, because John tells him he's not allowed to.
Yeah, John tells him he's not allowed to. And, like, the dopest scenes ever of him blowing up all the cars and not a single person dying.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Dude, real
quick. Sarah's coffin being full of guns was pretty hilarious.
I did like that. I thought that was, like, that's a very Sarah Connor thing to do.
Yeah.
And I very much enjoyed that. That does remind me, though. In the beginning of the movie, does he break his own protocol right in the beginning? So he's like, "Where is John?" She's like, "If I tell you, will you let me go?" And he's like, "Yes." And then she tells him, and she then locks her in, and she's like, "You said you let me go," and he says, "I lied." But she was the one who programmed him to send him back in time. So did he technically break protocol to her?
Well, okay, so here's the thing, because he even says later on, he's like, John's not the one that's in charge of me, you are. So,
you are.
Yeah, so
but he also doesn't really follow her orders, like, ever.
Yeah, unless he wants to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another throwaway.
Yeah.
Thing that they're trying to... A misdirect. There we go, it's a misdirect. That's the word I was trying to think of before.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about that when I watched it the second time, remembering that she was the one that sent him back. I was like, technically, he just broke his own protocol because he has to do whatever she says.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I don't know. I don't like it. I mean, obviously, they were not going to worry about logistics in this movie. So.
Yeah, no shit.
100%.
Yeah.
They weren't worried about anything in this movie other than
because
a couple bucks.
Because apparently, like toward the end there, when they're running away from the TX and they're running around that giant magnet, and she gets strapped to it, and like her whole exoskeleton,
would that not fry her fucking brain cells?
It should have, but then like she shouldn't have been able to move. But also all the metal on John and Kate should have been ripped off of them too.
Absolutely, like their belt.
Just the gun that barely fucking ripped out of his hand.
And that would have actually pulled him. Like it probably would have broke his wrist because of how he was holding it.
All the metal on his backpack, all the metal on literally everything that they're wearing.
The rivets on their jeans, the eyelets in their shoes, like all of that shit would have been
like that. Should have been ripped off
and
first.
Also,
maybe
did it not? It didn't make sense to me that the buzzsaw would then still operate and work as normal.
She should not have been able to.
Well, she shouldn't have been able to pull. Yeah, she shouldn't have been able to pull the stuff away from it to make that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. Yeah.
And also, I feel like that thing would have exploded or something as soon as she cut into it like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So that could have maybe like she would have survived that maybe because she has been surviving explosions, but
She didn't survive the
Well,
last
I
explosion.
mean, but like so, like
Yeah.
the nano skin, the nano metal would have just put itself back together, and I guess the theory is that the exoskeleton is a more durable built version of the T-800, so maybe it would have been fine.
I don't know. Because an explosion kills her.
You'll see in Salvation. There's a couple other variations where they're even weaker, but
I've been so long since I've seen Salvation.
I've never seen it. This is so anything that we watch Terminator like from this movie forward, I've never seen.
Yeah, because you said you've only seen 1 and 2, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I like Salvation. If you just go into it being like,
Is Salvation the one with Christian Bale?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the actual like beginnings of the revolution and the war. Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good. They had
All right.
motorcycles. It was cool. It is cool. You get to see some of the other interiors.
Sometimes Chuck says things. I just see this little kid shining in his eyes.
Dude, man,
like,
I get hype, man. It's like, yeah, there's a fucking cool motorcycle chasing. I don't know, it's fucking cool. They got robot dogs, I think, in that one. I think that's when the robot Huns show up. That was kind of cool. It's like when Resident Evil when the dogs show up.
Yeah, the Cerberuses. Yeah, I do remember those dogs.
Yeah.
Well, that's all my notes, boys.
Let's see here. Yeah, went through all mine.
Yeah, so like the whole premise, the way this ends is, Judgment Day has to happen, no matter what. Judgment Day is going to happen. So they lied to the Terminator once again lies.
No, her dad.
I guess, or her dad lies, right? Because he knows he can't stop it, and the Terminator technically does do his mission, which is to protect them.
Yeah, Skynet's already taken over. The TX is helping, whatever, and the dad, who's dying because he's been shot 100 times, whatever, sends Kate and John to some mountain facility to protect them without them knowing. He says that
there's a bomb shelter. There's a nuclear fallout for the president.
Yeah, John says, "Where is the system core? We need to shut it down." And he's like, "Go to whatever mountain." And he's like, "Is that where the core is at? Go there." He doesn't ever say the core is there. He just says, "Go to this.
Go there.
Go there." Yeah. And so you're led to believe that's where they'll go. They can stop it. I do like how John's like, as they're in the elevator,
I'll set this for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'll set it for 5 minutes. That'll give us enough time. By the time they get down to the bottom of the
they've got
shaft, it's like a
30
minute and a half left.
Yeah.
And then they're looking around like, there's nothing here.
And then he can so easily just switch it off.
Yeah, by the time he shuts it off, it's like 30 seconds or like 3 seconds left or something like that.
How the fuck were they going to get out in time?
There wasn't.
Make any sense.
I don't think he was planning on getting out. I think he was hoping to die.
It is a miracle that he wins the war. He's the dumbest man.
100. That's
version.
another thing. Like
allegedly, so here's a funny thing.
He is literally the George Washington of the Revolution. Like it is a miracle that he fucking won.
Allegedly, Eddie Furlong, whatever his name is, was supposed to be John Connor. He got the role. He was celebrating. He celebrated too much, and he had to go into rehab because of that. He celebrated a little too much.
Didn't he?
That's yeah. He we'll see him again when we get to the next Crow movie.
Oh,
because he's in the next Crow movie.
Interesting.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So when they get to that fallout shelter that they're in, there were no supplies anywhere.
No, I'm sure they were packed up somewhere, but like
there was nothing.
We just saw the main room. I'm sure there was, because there have to be like bedrooms.
I guess.
This
but
it literally like the main foyer.
But there was nothing had been in there. Nothing had been touched in there for decades.
Well, it's a bomb shelter, so everything's like canned and.
Joey, I want you to go into your kitchen.
I don't have a bomb shelter.
I want you to go in your kitchen. I want
Sir,
you to
have you
look at-
never seen the Doomsday Prepper foods that can last 40 years in a bucket?
Yeah,
They taste terrible, by the way. They're fucking
yeah, exactly.
gross,
Oh,
but-
I'm sure.
That's how
Yeah.
you survive. Like you eat what you can. but-
Yeah, they're just sketchy.
Where was their
I
deck?
did have.
All right, that's all I'm asking.
I had a moment in this of going, that wasn't that fucking long ago, but it was. When he's like, he runs in, he's looking around, it looks like something from like the 70s or whatever, and he's just like, what is all this? These computers are like 30 years old, and I'm like, 30 years old wasn't that long ago, and then I was like, oh shit,
Wait.
it kind of was.
30
like,
years. 30 years ago was almost when this movie came out.
Yeah.
like I'm like, oh, it looked like it was the 50s though. It didn't look like it was the 70s or 80s.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
But
I was
that's-
watching. I go, that wasn't that long ago. Like,
But that's
I'm
the other thing that bothered me.
38. That's not that long ago.
Because obviously, if this was a bunker for the president or whatever, or for important people, they would have kept it up to date.
Not
Yeah.
if they did a different bunker. Not if they moved bunkers.
Well, look, that's what I'm
But they
saying. So
should've-
that any of the rations and supplies that they would have had in there, if that shit was already 30 years old, that's just going to be not viable.
Sure.
I don't know. It was stupid. It was a fucking stupid way to end the stupid fucking movie. Chuck, no offense, but this movie was fucking stupid.
No, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree that this movie wasn't bad. I just still really love it in
That's fair.
stupid ways. Also, the end part where the radio comes in and is like, "What the hell's going on out there?" And he's like, "I guess I'm in charge now." Who the
Yeah,
fuck
he just
are you?
said-
Shut the fuck up.
He just says he's in charge. Like,
Yeah.
And
why?
see, I was waiting for Kate to just reach over there and be like, "Hi, this is Kate, whatever my name is, and I'm in charge." And then the next movie after this, we find out that his name is John Brunswick or whatever the hell her last John Brewster, and he took her name because
She's in
she was
charge.
actually the one wearing the pants.
That makes sense.
Oh, Joey,
Anyway, kill count.
yeah,
What's
how
kill
many
count now?
how many kills
So-
do you have in this?
we had 21 kills.
That's it.
Not a lot.
Wow, Batman had like 4 times that amount of kills.
Yeah, Batman had a lot. And we had 1 limb count with the TX legs being ripped off.
So
when she
2?
She technically detached them herself.
Well, no, they got ripped off
They did get ripped
because
off.
they were crushed as she was stuck. And
I mean,
so-
she did rip them off herself. He's got a point, but they still got
She did not rip them off. They disconnected. They're designed to come off.
Oh, were they?
If you
No,
look, they were
no.
plugins.
Dude,
No,
she
they were
definitely went like
plugins.
this and pushed herself apart from it and like ripped.
Because
Nothing
Arnie
it didn't
grabbed-
rip it. It looked like
Arnie-
a plug-in.
but Arnie grabbed whatever like. I don't
Arnie
guess he
grabbed the equivalent of
plugs.
her spinal cord and then like swung
I
her
don't
back.
think that was part of. But that's not where her legs detach. Her legs detach at the upper part of her hip, or no, upper part of her thigh.
Yeah, but dude, she gets like her spine, like it's ripped off at the above the hip on the spine on that when
Yeah,
she's
well,
crawling through.
I mean, from when she I'm pretty sure from when she disconnected to that, there was probably something else that happened. But she got the shit kicked out of her. But
there. Was it
was-
really just 2 limbs?
Yeah.
You didn't
I
count
did.
Arnie's. Oh, I guess Arnie's head
No,
didn't
because
fully
it didn't
detach.
fall off.
Yeah.
he put it back.
So I didn't
He
count
just
that.
technically put it back on. Which, how does that work? He doesn't
It
have
wasn't-
repairing capabilities.
But it wasn't all the way off. It was still connected.
Yeah,
So
but
he
what
just,
Chuck's
like,
saying is he just picks his head up and puts it back there, and then it seals up.
Yeah, and then it's like resealed back on, which he does not have the capabilities of doing.
Glue. He found glue at the hangar.
Duct tape. He just duct taped it.
That would have been
Skynet
hilarious.
still uses duct tape. I would have loved it if it just like he then turned and looked and goes, duct tape. Like,
Or if something would have happened
More-
later on and his head would have just fallen backwards. Like Billy in Hocus Pocus,
Oh, yeah.
the zombie.
oh,
Yeah.
Or what's his nuts in was it Seth Green and Idle Hands?
Yeah.
No. Was it Idle Hands? No,
Yeah.
it was Monkey Bone. You watched Monkey Bone with
Seth Green wasn't
what's
Monkey Bone.
no, I know the other one. I can't think of his name now. Corky Romano. Doesn't he duct tape himself back up?
Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Seth Green duct tapes himself. But anyway.
No, I thought he just lost. I thought that he kills him in Idle Hand. Doesn't he kill him and then he comes back to life?
Yeah, he
Okay.
doesn't duct tape.
It's been a long
I'm
time since I've
thinking-
seen that movie.
I'm thinking Monkey Bone. That's
The only thing I can remember from Idle Hands is when he is crawling through the grate thing behind Jessica Alba when she's in the angel outfit. It's the only part of that movie I remember.
It's about all you need to remember for that movie, honestly.
All right, so
All right.
our bingo. We got nudity, dead parents, dying mentor, government interference, comic logic, ID revealed to a love interest and to an enemy, betrayal by a friend, unexplainable science, breaking the fourth wall, product placement, hero kills, sexual innuendo, and fight for control of something.
That's not bad.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's not bad. Continuum, matrix metric. Look, so like I am probably gonna be a little easier on it since we are in that era of like it we know it's not just gonna. Look
It didn't
good.
look good at the time, so it's not gonna.
Yeah. Well, I remember thinking at the time it was better, but it wasn't in high definition at that point either. Like we were still watching just regular movies, not in like high definition 4K or anything like that. So like they could hide a lot of it still. I think high definition is ruining these older movies because we're really seeing just how bad.
I mean,
they
that's
look.
true.
Yeah, but if I'm watching this on a CRV TV VHS copy, it doesn't look nearly as bad. I'm gonna say like maybe 1 out of like 125. Like they don't. It's pretty close in comparison, but I think it's still. Honestly, you know what looks good? The Terminators in the beginning, I still think looks good for being completely computer generated.
They didn't look bad, but that's also because everything was computer generated.
Yeah,
so it didn't have the glaring like. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yeah, I thought they looked good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Not a Muppet.
Wait, no. So we have a boob count of 1 and a butt count of 2.
That should be good 2 butts.
Yep. So.
Yeah. What did you count? Can you count the boob? Oh yeah, we count 1 boob. You're right.
Yep, because you do see your nipple through her hairline.
You do a little bit, yeah. Shouts out. God bless her.
Which is hilarious because I'm pretty sure in Blood Rain, I think she does do nudity, doesn't she?
I don't remember. It's been a long time since I saw the first
To
movie.
be fair, she doesn't do anything after this fucking movie except for Blood Rain. She's got to do something because that movie sucked.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to watch it eventually. So
at some point in the future, whenever we switch over to video game movies, yeah.
That's not good.
All right, so not a Muppet. I went with the TX because then we get to see a boob. That's it. Because nobody else I could care less, honestly.
Oh, for me, a Muppet boob actually works. So
velvety soft Muppet tits.
I kind of like Arnie being like he's the only one that's not a Muppet. So then he's having to babysit 2 Muppets, and also the fight scene with a Muppet would have been really funny.
Especially the Muppet kicking his ass.
Yeah.
See, I
do like the theory of John not being a Muppet. Because then this is just one weird psychosis that he's having.
See, I like that. Because I was going to say John mainly because I wanted Arnie to be a Muppet so that he's carrying a actual coffin, a Muppet carrying a coffin full of guns, shooting up a bunch of other Muppets. But also, Muppet Arnie is lifting up John constantly.
Yeah, okay, that is kind of good, yeah. Shoot. Yeah. All right, I switched mine. I'm going with Arnie. Or I'm going with John.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay. So,
but wait, but the Arnie puppet has to have human arms coming out of it that are like super buff.
I don't know.
Oh, no, you do. No. He's still a Muppet, but it's like a Big Bird Muppet.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. So it's like a suit the
one.
whole time with 2 people inside.
Yeah.
I like that one. We'll go with that one.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Okay, so.
Ron, we need Terminator punching Snuffleupagus now.
Did I not? I put that one up, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You made me a question because I still haven't put up the other ones yet, so.
You mean the ones that are supposed to be out when this past
Like
week, as of
3 weeks
recording,
ago?
are supposed to be out?
Yeah, look, I'll get
Yeah.
to it at some point.
That's fine.
I'm a busy man.
How dare you deny our fans their merchandise?
The ones that don't buy shit. Anyway.
Shout out to Chris.
Yeah, Simon, buy shit. What the hell, dude?
Yeah,
All
you
right.
got a job, Simon.
Tell your wife
Give
to
us
get a
your
job so
money.
you can buy stuff.
Yeah.
Money or teeth? Those are your two choices.
I don't need your teeth.
Someone
All right,
else
let's
did.
go ahead and go to our scores. And I want to shake this up a little bit. So
All right.
let's, we always start with Chuck here. So
Sure.
let's start with somebody else here. So let's go ahead and start with Chuck. Out of 10, what do you give our score?
That's fucking rude. All right. I was right. I was ready to see what you guys' score was because you guys know I'm going to score this high, so you're going to nuke my fucking score.
I've already written my
is
score
this
down, so.
is this
I just want
technically
to
by
try something
definition?
different. It's fun. It's fun.
Is this technically by definition? You know me. If you change pattern or routine, it really fucks me up sometimes.
I know.
Is this a Terminator movie? By definition, it is a Terminator movie. Listen, well, I already said it a bunch. I love this movie. This was a prime. I didn't go to the movies often when I was a kid, especially with my mom. And so this was like a core memory of me getting to go to this movie. I remember her covering my eyes when she was naked. What she didn't know, she should have covered my eyes when Arnie was naked. But hey, what are you going to do?
Transformative years right there.
Transformative, dude. I love that man so hard. Look, it's not a good movie. It doesn't hold up in a lot of ways, but I don't think it held up when it first came out. All of the action scenes though are pretty fucking dope. Like the crane scene is really good. It's a really clever. They try to build off the original highway chase. I think that they do a decent job of it. This definitely has the commercialization polish of like we're gonna make a blockbuster of the 2000s from an IP from the 90s that was really fucking good. It's funny that I watched it twice because I say to myself I probably wouldn't watch it, but I think I am a Joey in this moment where if I'm gonna watch the first two, I have to watch the third one because I think I like it that much. And then I stop. I don't think I go and watch Salvation. I'll be honest. But because it's just not my thing. I do like it though. But that being said, I like this movie. Again, it's kind of jokey. I like the jokes. The jokes were funny. They pay off. Egregiously, I'm going to give this a 7.901.
Yeah, that is egregious. You're right.
It's egregious. I know, but I still love this movie.
But don't worry. To bring it back down to the level.
Yeah, to level it out.
I didn't like this movie. I didn't like whatever the hell his name was playing John because he did not seem like a good protagonist. And I just kept seeing the yellow bastard, and also he was just not a good actor. Nobody acted well in this movie. It was just like all around, like, and most of that has to do with bad directing, I'm assuming, because most of these people are okay actors. Like Claire Danes does a good job acting in other things. Arnie is Arnie, except for in this he didn't feel like Arnie. Yeah. Like in this it was like, what if you like made fun of being yourself for this? And they didn't need that. They could just let him be himself and it would have been funny anyways. And the storyline was convoluted and kind of stupid, and like the things that they tried to make exciting, like the new TX, just I don't know. I was underwhelmed by this whole thing. And that being said, I gave this a 2.872. No, I take that back. It's got to be a 3.872 because it did have a boob in it, so it does get that 1 point boost. So a 3.872. Because I don't know. I really didn't enjoy it. Like there were certain parts of it that were fun, but for the most part, it was just kind of like, you're just trying to make money off of a franchise. Cool.
Yeah, I think almost I feel this way about maybe Star Wars and wrestling as I do this movie, which is if you didn't see it as a kid, it doesn't hold up.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah. If you didn't fall in love with it when you were younger because it was just a hot woman and two robots beating the shit out of each other, it just doesn't it doesn't do anything. And I get that. Especially when you have 1 and 2 so good.
Yeah. That's my
Yeah.
problem. It's like I loved 1 and 2. I watched those when I was younger, but I've also watched them as an adult, and they still, for the most part, held up.
They still
I mean,
hold up. They still
1
hold up.
not so much as 2. Like two definitely was solid. And then you get this.
They just took everything from the first one that they got right and made it better.
Yeah. But then you have this one where they're like, what if we went the opposite direction and just took everything that wasn't cool and then expanded on it?
Yeah.
Anyways, Joey, what's your score?
So, definitely agree with the fact that felt like the actors kind of phoned this one in. Writing was not great. Story was kind of bad. But we kind of, glossed over this. I didn't get a chance to tell this in the beginning. But I saw this movie. I didn't get to see it in theaters, but I definitely watched it when it came out on DVD. And I've watched it a handful of times. I like this movie. I liked this movie when I watched it the first time around. It's a dumb movie. It's a fun movie. It's one that I remember watching, back in the day. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but like it's a stupid movie that I just enjoy watching. Now, it is one that, I'm not going to say that I watch all the time, but it is one where I associate it with the other two enough that, like Chuck, if I were to watch them, I would watch 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, see, I don't have that association.
And that's the thing. Like, you're right, because you've never seen this one until now.
Yeah.
But you don't have to. Like, you don't have to watch this one. The first two stand alone and are perfect movies on their own. This one, I can't even say it helps out the first two movies. It doesn't help out the story that the Terminator is trying to tell at all, which sucks because, like you, Chuck, I enjoy the Terminator story. I enjoy these movies. I have seen all of them. I've seen every single iteration of Terminator out there. I haven't read the comics. I've read some of them, but not all of them.
They are good.
That's what I've heard. But this is a movie that I've seen, like I said, I've seen a few different times. I've enjoyed it. I have fun with this movie. It is other crap. Like I will say, like the last time I watched it, I guess I didn't pay attention as much. But this time around, where I'm actually watching it and hearing all of the, oh look, I just happen to know how to fly a plane, and oh look, I just happen to do this, and I just know what's going on here, and like, oh, she just knows how to find this person at the clinic. Like, what the hell's going on? What? Why? That being said, though, I'm giving this a 6.896. I like this movie. It's dumb. It's not as good as the first two, but it still is a fun movie for me. Which gives us a combined score of 6.223, which drops it in at number 87 out of 212 movies, just behind Richie Rich at a 6.27, and just above Jingle All the Way at a 6.18.
I mean, both to the level of the same comedy, so like
I would watch Jingle All the Way before this. I don't like Christmas movies, so
yeah, we had 4 people on Jingle All the Way.
Watch.
That's true.
Could you argue that like you're gonna watch Jingle All the Way even though you don't really like Christmas movies during Christmas because it's a Christmas movie? You know what I mean? Like,
but see, I don't usually watch Christmas movies either.
We did have 4 on Jingle All the Way.
See, you know what? This movie to me is a 4th of July movie because I think this came out during. I think I saw this the 4th of July weekend of 2004. I want to say like that's what I associated with. That's why my mom and I were able to go because she didn't have to work.
It came out July 2nd. So yeah.
Yeah, we definitely saw it on the 4th of July. So I always associate this with like a 4th of July movie.
See, and that makes it even more sense. You know, it's time you got to spend with your mom. It was time that you didn't have to like rush around or whatever. You got to see it in theaters. You know, you like that. That
I was
makes
on summer
sense.
break.
Yeah.
Summer break of 2004. I was
2003.
I was oh my god, I was going from 8th grade. I was going from middle school to high school. 2004 was my.
I'd been graduated for a year, and Joey'd been graduated for 2 years.
2003. Sorry, so 2003. Oh, so I would have been 7th to 8th grade. Yeah. So I was like, I wasn't old enough to have a job yet. So I was old enough to be left alone. So I was just, man, what a good 2 fucking years that was, man. My 7th and 8th grade, dude, I didn't have to do shit except for go to swim class in the morning. I had swimming lessons in the morning, and that was it. Fucking awesome. Awesome.
Joey needs swimming lessons.
I still do.
Joey can't swim.
Yeah. I can still dive, I found out. I can dive.
Yeah.
I dived off a dock when I was in the mountains. I still can't do it off a diving board, but I can do it off a dock.
Is it because it scares you, or is it because you can't get your balance to?
I can't get my balance, and I just fucking go on my back. So when I dive, I kick off really hard, and so when I kick off a diving board,
overcompensate.
I launch myself. Yeah.
You know what you should try to do off the diving board is do a flip into a dive, because I think that would work out better for you with the way you kick.
Wow, that sounds like a dangerous idea.
It'd be cool as shit,
me doing a flip of any kind is a really bad idea, because I will never get a full rotation. I did, however, when I went, all the kids were jumping off the diving board, and I'm just like, dude, I want to fucking jump off the diving board. Why can't I do it?
You can't.
And the person I was with was like, yeah, just go do it. Like, who cares? And so I got up there, and I was like, I'm going to do a sweet trick. And it literally, big-ass sign that says, no tricks, no flips, no tricks. And I was like, oh, man, you could only bounce twice on the board. You couldn't bounce more than twice. So anyway, I do it, and I did a fucking cannonball, and I just like shattered the water with my ass. Like, destroyed it. And then all the other dads and stuff were like, well, fuck it. If he's going off, I'm going off.
Yeah.
And all the dads just start pushing the kids out of the way. And we just start just trying to see how big of a splash we can make off doing cannonballs. It was awesome.
You got to do the can openers to get the big splash, though.
Oh, dude, I did a can opener one time, and I went straight to my back and fucking broke my back. And I've just never done them ever since.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad. Recommendations, boys.
All right, I can start. I would recommend going and watching Ruby, the Rooster Teeth show.
RWBY, yeah.
Yeah, RWBY, yeah. It's fun. The first 2 seasons are very like low budget animation, but there's still a lot of fun, and it progressively gets better as they go because they put more money behind the project where they can actually do the develop the art better. But it's a fun show. It's got a fantastic storyline. I am really sad that they are not continuing it.
They are.
Oh,
season 10 got announced. So by the time this airs, about a month and a half ago.
Nice. Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I like this show enough to where, like, I've got tattoos from it. So, like, yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, it's a really good show.
Never heard of it.
I think I introduced you to it, I believe.
You did.
Yeah.
Well, okay. You introduced me to Red versus Blue.
Yeah, and Red versus
and then
Blue, yeah.
I saw the previews for it, and then I'm like, dude, we got to watch this. And then you're like, oh, I already bought the first 2 seasons.
The Halo thing.
Yep.
Halo
yeah.
Okay.
And then you're like, I've got the first 2 seasons on DVD. So then I borrowed those and watched them because we had originally started watching it online, and then they did the thing where you had to have the Rooster Teeth thing to watch them instead of just being able to watch them on YouTube.
Yeah, it's weird that Rooster Teeth went under. Huh? Don't know why.
Yeah. But anyways, Chuck recommendation.
They re-released Halo, and you can play it on PlayStation now. And you can, if you find a skull in the beginning, you can go to third-person view.
Oh, nice.
They also allow Master Chief to sprint now. They added that.
That's cool.
My recommendation. Hey, continuing my Mork Borg thing. You probably last week said, Chuck, Cyborg was really cool. That was a really neat an idea. But man, I love fantasy. I want to stay in the fantasy realm. I want to stay in the original Morkborg. I hear you, buddy. I hear you. And you know what I also hear you say? I love fishing. Fishing is one of my favorite sports of all time. It's my leisure activity. Buddy, do I got a supplement for you? Fiskborg. It is brutal fishing in a accursed world. This adds an element. Dude, this is the silliest, dopest, like, if you ever played, whatever fucking Zelda game where you have to, like, go fishing, and it's like an entire mission. I think it's in the Toon one.
I was like, they have that for a
one.
lot of them.
Yeah, I think it's like the Wind Waker one, and you have to like fight the big ass fish. That's essentially what this is. That's all this is. It's an entire module where it incorporates a fishing element and rules for it, and then the Gifts of Grundle is an adventure module that brings the fishing to the story, to your story's forefront. I have yet to actually run it. I read it the other day, and it's good silly fun. It's good silly fun in a world of a dying world. And it's very silly. It's very fun. Pretty much because they have a third party like licensing, people just make the most insane stuff. And if you write a module for it and submit it, and they like it, they print it. So
Nice.
they'll back it and print it and pay you a certain percentage of the sales. So yeah, it's
Very
really
cool.
nice.
I might have to look into
Joey.
So we are coming up to the end of August, which means summer's ending, fall's coming up. Go out to festivals. We're getting little fairs that are coming up. Go
live music.
Go check out those weekend shows. Your local
shout out to
vendors.
Naughty by Napster. That was fun last night.
Our little local bands.
One of our local bands. Yeah, I guarantee wherever you're at, there are a lot of local bands that you could probably go and watch, and some of them are pretty damn good.
Yeah,
and even if you're in a small little town, go to the next town over that's like 2 times the size of yours, and they've got bands too. So like,
yeah, you got that. That's usually at some usually
almost all the festivals,
tavern, little bar. Yeah, festivals are going to be starting up here soon if they haven't already. Go check those out because they're always fun. They're always great.
I promise you, breweries and distilleries and wineries are always doing concerts. You just have to fucking look at their bulletin board because they always will bring in somebody. And live music, even if it's not your jam, is objectively better. Yeah, it's still objectively better than listening to it on a your fucking streaming service. So just go embrace it. Embrace fun music. Hey, also, shout out to any county fair that didn't use fucking AI to produce their fucking flyers. Yeah. Hey, there's nothing funnier to me than the county fairs where farmers do all of their shit at are using a tool that would happily destroy their family farms to survive. Fuck your committees. They don't give a shit about you. Anyway, sorry. It is a huge point of contention of the counties around here that the committees did not. So every year they used to have the elementary schools do a contest where K through 12 could submit like a poster, and the whatever one was the coolest one that was voted on by the committee, that kid and their family got like a pass for a week to go. Yeah, and they also, I think they ended up using all the posters anyway. It was like, you'd go and look at all the submissions and all that stuff.
Sure.
And this year, almost all the committees didn't do that, and they just used AI to generate the posters.
Fuck AI. Fuck AI.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. So there's some boycott happening this year, I guess. So
good.
If we've learned anything from the last couple movies we've watched, fuck AI.
Right?
Yeah. Although it does give me Arnie a couple of times over again, so